I've got to tell you, you've made the right choice. Network marketing isn't perfect, but it's better. If you have an entrepreneurial bone in your body, this is better. You're the smart one, no matter what anybody else says. You're one of the people that realizes that the world has changed. It's not going back, ever. You've got the ability, you've recognized it before it's been obvious to the rest of the world. You see past the misconceptions that other people see when they take a look at this business. They might think it's beneath them. You see different. You recognize the changes in the new economy and why being an entrepreneur today, being a solopreneur today, being a person who's engaging in the performance economy today is smarter, in my opinion, than somebody going to work for some other company. How safe is it to work for somebody else? You're any day you could walk in, it could be your last day. You don't know. You're not safe. A traditional small business person is not safe. They could be destroyed by Amazon tomorrow. Wipe them out. Tomorrow. Look at retail. What's happening with those shopping centers? They're turning them into parks and homeless shelters and skateboard parks. That's what they're turning them into because nobody goes there anymore. The economy's changed, but here's what won't change. People need valuable products and services. They do. They want valuable products and services. And what is the best form of advertising and marketing a product? What's the best form? Word of mouth. We listen to somebody else before we listen to the celebrity ad. We listen to somebody else before we see the ad online or on television. We listen to somebody else. So we serve this educational purpose, this ability to be able to educate people to the point that they understand what we have. That will never go away for the next 1,000 years, ever. The products and services will change over the next 1,000 years. What we deliver will change, but the method will not change. That's why we are so valuable, and these skills are so valuable in the world today. Understand this. You develop these skills, you never have to worry about income again. If you develop these skills and you face your fears, this is called a life skill set that you never have to be afraid of what your company's going to do or what your employer's going to do or what's going to happen with your small business or what's going to happen with your employees or any of that stuff. You literally, this is the best form of security you can create. And it's not, the security is found not out there. It's found right here. Right here and right here. It's a combination of mindset, how to think, skills, what to do, and strategy, how to do it the best way possible. I want you to fill up with that. Just know that even if you haven't figured it out yet, those of you who are brand new, if you haven't figured it out yet, just know. Everybody across the world, Brian Tracy, big believer in network marketing. Tony Robbins, big believer in network marketing. Sir Richard Branson, Les Brown, you pick it. These world thought leaders, huge believers in network marketing. Entrepreneurs, huge believers in network marketing. Why? Because they recognize that word of mouth advertising is always going to be the most powerful, and we're always going to serve a need. And we're huge, but we're still in the basement. I want you to be excited about something. We as a profession are still in the basement. We're still in the garage. We have not become standardized around the world yet, but that tipping point is very, very close. And the more skilled you are when that tipping point happens, the more money you're going to make. So don't worry. If you feel like, oh, I'm in a little bit too late, that's a laugh. You'll laugh at that 5 years from now, 10 years from now. You're not. Network marketing itself is like a school. And I want you to view it like a school. Think of this like a school. There's no specific background requirements. You don't have to have a certain GPA to get in. And it's a very forgiving school because you're not going to flunk out. And so long as you follow the policies and procedures, you can't get fired. The only way you can get yourself out of the business is if you quit. But listen, engage in the learning, engage in the doing, engaging in the modeling, make mistakes, make as many mistakes as you can, as fast as you can. Those brand new people, listen to me. Make as many mistakes as you can, as fast as you can. Because one of the big keys to my success and one of the big keys to your success is to properly frame the opinions of others. We're all trained to kind of deal with feedback. If we get positive feedback, we really like it. If we get negative feedback, we really hate it. Be able to categorize both. When you get positive feedback, use that. When you get negative feedback, understand they might not be educated on our profession yet, and let that either fuel you to be able to take yourself to the next level, fuel you to be able to drive to the next level, inspire you to be able to do more. One of the lessons that I learned, I went to one of the people that I respected the most. My very first, it was 90 days in or something into my business. And I went to this guy. He played football for the Minnesota Vikings. He went to our high school, I went to our church. He taught me how to play high school football. And he was a god in my mind. And he was a business guy too. And he's still playing, active in the NFL. And I remember, deciding to call him about my business. And he shut me down so hard. And I had a choice. I could either let that define me and I could crawl back, put my tail between my legs, not say anything again, or I could let that inspire me. And I chose to give it the meaning that it deserved, which was, who the heck does he think he is? Somebody gave him a chance. He knows that took a lot of guts for me to make this phone call. Shut me down. So I wrote his name on the top of my notebook and I left it there for 3 years. Every time I changed a notebook, I'd write his name on the top of it again. Until I was making more money than him. Didn't take very long. The cool thing here is you can improve as you grow, but I do have to solve one myth for you. One myth for you is this. We hear this in our profession. You'll succeed in network marketing if you don't quit. Nope. That is not true. Now, quitting will guarantee that you fail, but there are lots of people, and I really want to encourage those of you who are taking this course, there are lots of people who get involved in network marketing, and because of their fear, they don't take action. They don't learn, they don't practice, they don't grow, they don't get out there, they don't make something happen, they don't evolve, and they just hang around. And they think if they just hang around long enough, that success is bound to happen to them. And that's not true. That's the saddest part of our profession is people wandering around. I'm still here, I'm still at the meeting. I'm still taking the product. I'm still at the event. They haven't talked to anybody in forever. They haven't talked to any prospects about their product or the opportunity. And they think just by hanging around that they're going to get to success. That's not the key. The key is, yes, stay involved, but practice, engage in the performance and the behavior, and improve. I will give you something that's worked so well for me. It changed my whole life. There are no good experiences and there are no bad experiences. Just learning experiences. There's no good and no bad, just learning. From a good experience or a bad experience, which one teaches you more? Bad experiences. And if our goal is growth and ability, does it not make sense that we should engage in more bad experiences to be able to grow? But no, I don't want to. I just want to have good, happy, fun experiences. That's fine. You can stay a baby. You don't need to move into adulthood. You want to move into adulthood, you got to be willing to engage in bad experiences. It's hard to get better and look good at the same time. Let go of looking so good all the time. Be willing to be embarrassed a little bit. Be willing to let go of other people's opinions. Be willing to let go of what you think other people are thinking about you. Because guess what? Other people aren't thinking much about you. They're thinking about themselves. Yes, they'll point fingers. Yes, they'll judge. That'll happen. So, what are you going to do about it? Going to let it define you, crush you, maybe motivate you? I used to let it motivate me a lot. I used to let the hate, quote unquote haters. Now understand, I had almost zero skill. So when I went out to talk to somebody, I did it in a really awful, terrible, unskilled way. Okay? So I had reason to be made fun of. I had reason to be mocked. I'd be so over the top sometimes. You'd be great at this. Come be part of my team. Who wants to be part of somebody else's team? I mean, come on. Took me a while to say, oh, you can build your business and I can help. Took me a while to get to that posture. Right? This is amazing. You know everybody. You'd be great at this. Code words for run. You know what I mean? So it was awful. But every time I learned this process of do something. And then take a look at the results. How did it go? What worked? What didn't work? Next time I can do it a little bit better. Then do something again. Next time I can get a little bit better. Then do something again. Next time I can do something a little bit better. Every single time. Being willing to be embarrassed. Being willing to make mistakes. Being willing to try something different. Being willing to put my ego out there. Exposed to the world. Be willing to be vulnerable. Be willing to be authentic. Be willing to show my emotions. Be willing to do all these different things that I was uncomfortable doing. Right? But here's what it got me, where I finally arrived. I never lose. Ever. In my life. Never. I win or I learn. That's it. And once you get to that stage where you never lose, you win or you learn, you're unstoppable. Nothing can knock you down. You're going to go out there and you're going to have a conversation with somebody. And the first time that you go out there and talk to somebody about your product, they're going to ask a question and you're going to go, blah. And you're going, I don't want to do that anymore. It was bad. You go, nope, I learned from that. What was the answer to that question? Can I figure out the answer to that question so the next time it comes I can get it? Okay, cool. Got it. Next time that question comes, I stumble a little less, I give a little bit more intelligence, I point them to something that can solve the problem for them, and then all of a sudden, boom. I went, check that one off. What's next? Talking to somebody older, more successful than me. Ooh, that one scared me to death. How do I figure that out? Plan, do, review. Make a plan, do it, review it. Be willing to be embarrassed while I'm figuring it out. What most people have been taught their whole life is go to school, learn the skill, so when you show up, you're not embarrassed. Right? Go to the job, go through the training program, so when you're actually doing it, you don't make any mistakes. Entrepreneurs don't work like that. Entrepreneurs get involved and make the mistakes. Just give yourself permission to let that happen. Just give yourself permission to learn as you grow. Give yourself permission to adapt and improve. There's 3 things that we do in the network marketing business. Get this straight, okay? There's only 3 things that we do. You want to define what it is that we do? 1, we sell products and services to consumers using word of mouth advertising. That's what we do. We tell them, hey, check this out. Sample it. We educate them. We give them some information. Some decide to become customers. Some don't. That's what we do at the core. Number 2, now that's just direct selling. Anybody can do that, right? Anybody can sell is what I found out. If you just talk enough, anybody can sell. But number 2 is what makes us different, what creates financial freedom, what creates leverage. Number 2 is we grow and expand a network of other distributors doing the same thing. Now we get leverage. We have 100 people on our team. But let's say we have 10 people on the team. You're working 10 hours a week and they're each working 10 hours a week. Now you have 110 hours available to you. That's leverage. You're going to get a smaller percentage of the team's effort than you're going to get of your personal effort, but that's okay. Would you rather have 100% of your own effort or 1% of 100 different people's effort? Right? Pick one. Leverage is what we have here. The third thing that we do is we improve through our leadership. We improve the productivity of that network. The network that we are building, the network that we've built. There can be 2 teams of 100 people, 100 people over here, 100 people over there. They're both the same size. That doesn't mean that they're both the same level of productivity. One's going to be led better, have a better culture, better training, better communication. So they might be producing more than the team that doesn't have as good. So our leadership does come into play. It's not just build the team and walk away. There's going to be some that come and some that go. So that's the only 3 things that we do.